Prime Field.
Hey, Prime Field Nation! Welcome back to another episode where we break down the biggest moves in college sports. Today, we're diving deep into a transfer portal story that's been causing quite a buzz in women's college basketball. Avery Howell, a freshman guard from USC, has officially entered the NCAA transfer portal following the Trojans' heartbreaking Elite Eight loss to UConn. During her debut season, Howell put up impressive numbers, averaging 7.5 points, 3.0 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game. Those might not be superstar stats yet, but they definitely showcase her potential as a valuable player in the right system. So where could this promise of young talent end up? Let's break down the top 5 landing spots for Avery Howell that could take her game to the next level. Make sure to drop a comment below with your predictions. Will she choose a powerhouse program or surprise us all? Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 on our list is none other than the South Carolina Gamecocks. And folks, this would be a match made in basketball heaven. Dawn Staley has built an absolute powerhouse in Columbia, consistently competing for national titles and developing elite talent. But what makes this such an intriguing destination for Howell? Let's break it down. First, there's the Agate Makir factor. The top recruit is heading to South Carolina next season, and having a familiar face in the locker room could ease Howell's transition. We've seen time and again how important team chemistry is, and this connection could be the foundation for something special. But the real draw here is Coach Staley herself. Her track record with guard development is nothing short of phenomenal. Just look at what she's done with players like Destany Henderson and Zia Cook, transforming them into complete players who excel at both ends of the court. Imagine what she could do with Howell's already impressive skill set. Speaking of skills, let's talk about Howell's game and how it fits with the Gamecocks. Her shooting touch would add another dimension to South Carolina's offense, which already features dominant inside play. When you have shooters who can space the floor, those post players get more room to operate, creating a nightmare scenario for opposing defenses. The Gamecocks also pride themselves on defensive intensity, something Howell showed flashes of at USC. Under Staley's tutelage, she could develop into a lockdown defender, making her a true two-way threat. And let's not forget the championship pedigree. If Howell wants to compete for titles right away, there aren't many better options in South Carolina. The program has established itself as a perennial contender, and adding Howell to the mix could help them maintain that status for years to come. Would you like to see Avery and Gamecock Garnet in black next season? Let us know in the comments. At number 4, we've got the UConn Huskies. And this one feels almost poetic after Howell's USC career ended against them in the Elite Eight. The Huskies and legendary coach Gino Auriemma have practically written the book on developing elite guards. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Paige Buchers. The list of backcourt stars who've thrived at UConn is practically endless. Could Avery Howell be the next name to join that illustrious group? Let's talk about fit, because this one jumps off the page. UConn's offensive system puts a premium on perimeter shooting and basketball IQ, 2 areas where Howell already excels. During her freshman campaign at USC, she shot an eye-popping 39.9% from three-point range. That's not just good for a freshman. That's elite at any level of college basketball. Imagine Howell spotting up on the wing in UConn's precision offense, with defenses forced to respect her shooting ability. It would create driving lanes for her teammates and give the Huskies the kind of spacing that makes their offense nearly impossible to stop. Beyond the X's and O's, there's something to be said about the UConn mystique. Playing in stores means performing under the brightest lights in women's college basketball, with unparalleled media coverage and fan support. For a player looking to elevate her profile and prepare for a potential professional career, few environments can match what UConn offers. The Huskies are also known for their player development. Auriemma and his staff have a knack for identifying areas where players need improvement and designing specific drills and strategies to address those weaknesses. For Howell, this could mean refining her ball handling, becoming a more consistent defender, or developing a more diverse offensive arsenal. And let's not forget, transferring to UConn would give Howell the chance to compete for national championships immediately. After getting a taste of tournament success with USC's Elite Eight run, she might be hungry for more. The Huskies are always in the mix come March, and adding a sharpshooting guard like Howell could be the piece that pushes them over the top. Do you think Howell would look good in Husky blue? Sound off in the comments section. Our number 3 landing spot brings us to Palo Alto and the Stanford Cardinal, a program that offers the perfect blend of academic excellence and basketball tradition. Tara Vanderveer's Cardinal have long been known for their disciplined, intelligent style of play, and Howell's basketball IQ would make her a natural fit in the system. Stanford's offense relies on precise cutting, screening, and passing, all areas where Howell showed promise during her time at USC. What makes Stanford particularly intriguing right now is the potential for roster turnover. With several key players potentially moving on, there could be an opportunity for Howell to step in and make an immediate impact. The Cardinal are always retooling rather than rebuilding, and adding a player with Howell's shooting touch could help them maintain their status as a Pac-12 powerhouse. Let's talk about that shooting for a moment. Stanford's offense thrives when they have multiple threats from beyond the arc, and Howell's 39.9% three-point percentage would give them exactly that. When you can space the floor with shooters like Howell, it creates driving lanes and post-up opportunities that make the entire offense more dangerous. Beyond the basketball court, Stanford offers academic opportunities that few schools can match. While we don't know Howell's academic interests, the chance to earn a degree from one of the world's most prestigious universities is certainly a factor worth considering. Many athletes recognize that their playing careers have an expiration date, and a Stanford education could set Howell up for success long after her playing days are over. The Cardinal also have a strong track record of developing complete players. Vanderveer's coaching philosophy emphasizes fundamentals and versatility, which could help Howell round out her game. She already shows promise as a scorer, but at Stanford, she could develop into a more complete player who excels at facilitating, defending, and leading. And don't overlook the California connection. After spending her freshman year in Los Angeles, staying in state might appeal to Howell. Stanford would allow her to remain in a familiar environment while still getting the fresh start she's looking for in the transfer portal. Would Avery look good in Cardinal Red? Let us know if you think Stanford should be higher on our list. Coming in at number 2, we've got the Indiana Hoosiers, a program that's been on a meteoric rise under head coach Terry Moran. What was once a middle-of-the-pack Big Ten program has transformed into a legitimate national contender, and adding a talent like Avery Howell could help them take the next step. The Hoosiers have built their identity around perimeter scoring and defensive intensity, two areas where Howell can make an immediate impact. Let's start with the offensive fit. Indiana's system emphasizes floor spacing and three-point shooting, which plays perfectly to Howell's strengths. Her 39.9% shooting from beyond the arc would give the Hoosiers another weapon in an already dangerous perimeter attack. Imagine Howell spotting up on the wing while Indiana's playmakers drive and dish. It's a recipe for offensive success. But what really makes this an intriguing landing spot is the opportunity Howell would have to grow as a player. Coach Moran has demonstrated a remarkable ability to develop guards, helping them expand their games while playing to their strengths. Under her guidance, Howell could evolve from a spot-up shooter into a more complete offensive threat who can create for herself and others. The Big Ten landscape is also worth considering. With the conference expanding and evolving, Indiana has positioned itself as one of the premier programs in an increasingly competitive league. For Howell, this would mean regular matchups against elite competition, the kind of challenges that push players to elevate their games. Assembly Hall provides one of the best atmospheres in women's college basketball, with passionate fans who have embraced the program's rise to prominence. Playing in that environment could help Howell develop the mental toughness needed to perform under pressure, an invaluable quality for any player with aspirations of competing at the highest levels. There's also something to be said for Indiana's player-friendly culture. Moran has created an environment where players develop deep bonds and genuinely enjoy playing together. That kind of team chemistry can't be quantified in a box score, but it often makes the difference between good teams and great ones. And with Indiana regularly making deep runs in the NCAA tournament in recent years, Howell would have the opportunity to showcase her talents on the sport's biggest stage. For a player looking to raise her profile and compete for championships, few programs offer a better combination of immediate opportunity and long-term growth potential. Do you think Howell would thrive in cream and crimson? Drop your thoughts below. And finally, at number 1 on our list of landing spots for Avery Howell, the Florida State Seminoles. This might surprise some of you, but when you dig into the details, this could be the perfect match for both parties. The Seminoles find themselves at a pivotal moment following the departure of their primary scorer, creating an opportunity for Howell to step into a starring role immediately. Coach Brooke Wyckoff, who's putting her own stamp on the program after taking over from legendary coach Sue Semrau, has emphasized versatility and two-way play, areas where Howell showed tremendous promise during her freshman season at USC. In Tallahassee, she wouldn't just be another piece of the puzzle. She could become the centerpiece of their rebuilding efforts. Let's talk about opportunity. While the other programs on our list offered the chance to compete for championships right away, Florida State offers something perhaps even more valuable for a developing player: significant minutes and a green light to grow through experience. Howell averaged 7.5 points at USC in a supporting role. At FSU, she could potentially double that production as a featured scorer. The ACC provides elite competition, night in and night out, with matchups against powerhouses like Duke, North Carolina, and Louisville. This level of competition would force Howell to elevate her game, potentially accelerating her development trajectory. Florida State's style of play also meshes beautifully with Howell's skill set. The Seminoles love to push the pace and create scoring opportunities in transition, an environment where Howell's ability to run the floor and knock down open threes would be particularly valuable. In the half court, her shooting would provide crucial spacing for FSU's attacking guards. There's also something to be said for the weather. After spending her freshman year in sunny Southern California, the Florida climate would provide a similar environment, an underrated factor that can impact a player's happiness and comfort level. The Seminoles have a strong tradition of developing guards who go on to play professionally, both in the WNBA and overseas. For a player with Howell's potential, this track record of player development could be particularly appealing as she maps out her basketball future. And finally, there's the leadership opportunity. At many of the blue blood programs we've discussed, Howell would likely play an important role, but might not be the face of the team. At Florida State, she could establish herself as a program cornerstone, leaving a lasting legacy as the player who helped return the Seminoles to national prominence. So there you have it, Prime Field Nation, our top 5 landing spots for USC transfer Avery Howell. From the championship pedigree of South Carolina and UConn, to the academic excellence of Stanford, the rising program at Indiana, and the star opportunity at Florida State, Howell has some fantastic options to consider. Which program do you think she'll choose? Could another school swoop in as a dark horse candidate? Let us know your predictions in the comments section. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe to Prime Field for more in-depth coverage of all things college sports. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our follow-up when Howell makes her decision. Until next time, this is Prime Field, where we keep you ahead of the game.